how good you are, Mr. Stark. I was talking with Dwight Sloan, the banker in Mankato, last week.
The show captivated audiences with its depiction of American frontier life, but one notable absence in the series finale was Mistress Oleson, portrayed by Catherine McGregor. Diving into the reasons behind her missing, the final episode reveals a blend of personal choice and professional commitments that influenced this outcome. During the later years of the show, McGregor had developed a deep interest in spirituality, which led her to take a step back from acting to embark on a pilgrimage to India. This spiritual journey coincided with the filming schedule for the series finale, ultimately resulting in her character's absence from these crucial concluding scenes. Furthermore, it is reported that there were no creative plans that necessitated Mistress Oleson's presence in the storyline of the last episode. Hence, both factors, her personal spiritual commitments and storyline directions, aligned to explain her absence without impacting continuity or viewer expectations significantly. This intriguing aspect highlights how off-screen lives and choices of actors can sometimes influence their on-screen characters in unexpected ways, adding another layer to our understanding of television production dynamics during that era.
Your powders.
Aye, that I did. On a promise of complete silence.
In 1974, the TV series focused on the primary characters, including Michael Landon, Melissa Gilbert, Karen Grassley, and Melissa Sue Anderson. The stories revolved around a family living on a farm in Plum Creek near Walnut Grove, Minnesota. The interactions, challenges, and joys of this family brought viewers into their world, showcasing the values of hard work, love, and perseverance. Each character played a crucial role in the family dynamic, creating a tapestry of relationships that resonated with audiences. The picturesque setting of Plum Creek provided a backdrop for the family's adventures, trials, and triumphs as they navigated life in the late 19th century. Through heartwarming moments and poignant struggles, the show captured the essence of family, community, and the enduring spirit of resilience.
Once again, perfect rates for one of you and almost perfect for another.
The heartwarming scenes that viewers cherished in the beloved TV series were brought to life across various picturesque locations. Paramount Studios in Los Angeles served as the primary site for all interior shots, creating a controlled environment that allowed for meticulous detail and consistency in home and building interiors. This was essential for crafting a believable 19th century setting. Outside these studio walls, the vast landscapes of Big Sky Ranch and Simi Valley provided the quintessential backdrop necessary for the exterior scenes. Here, an entire town, Walnut Grove, was meticulously constructed to represent the historical setting of Minnesota in the late 1800s. The ranch's natural scenery, complemented by man-made structures, helped encapsulate an authentic rural atmosphere pivotal to storytelling. As production continued over several seasons, additional filming locations were utilized to bring variety and authenticity to different episodes. Old Tucson Studios in Arizona became another significant location. Its historic buildings and desert landscapes offered a stark contrast, ideal for certain storylines that required settings beyond Minnesota's prairies. Further northward, various sites around Sonora, California were also tapped into for their unique topography, which included lush forests and rolling hills suitable for depicting outdoor adventures or travel sequences within the show. These diverse filming locations collectively contributed to creating a visually rich series that resonated with audiences looking for both escapism and relatable narratives grounded in American history.
What you doing?
Brushing the pup.
The TV series often includes mountainous terrain in the background of the scenery, but in reality, the southern Minnesota landscape, where the show is supposed to take place, has no tall mountains in its landscape. This geographical inaccuracy may have gone unnoticed by many viewers. The discrepancy between the show's setting and the actual landscape of southern Minnesota could be a point of interest for those familiar with the area.
About me asking how I was.
Kind of broke the ice, huh?
Among other things.
In the late 1970s, the beloved TV series experienced a significant transition, moving its production from Paramount to MGM Studios. This change marked a fascinating moment in television history. As MGM began dismantling some of its old sets to make room for new constructions tailored for the show, an unexpected discovery was made that thrilled both cast and crew alike. During this transformational period, workers uncovered remnants of the iconic yellow brick road famously used in The Wizard of Oz. This discovery quickly turned into an enchanting experience for everyone on set, especially for Melissa Gilbert and other young actors. The children were overjoyed at stumbling upon such a magical piece of cinematic history right under their feet. Melissa Gilbert and her youthful co-stars took full advantage of this nostalgic find by running up and down the yellow brick road, filled with excitement and wonder. Their spontaneous joy brought a sense of whimsy and delight to the usually structured days on set. It was as if they had been transported directly into one of America's most cherished fairy tales, blending their own fictional world with that of Dorothy's adventures in Oz. This serendipitous encounter not only provided a delightful break during their rigorous shooting schedule, but also connected two different eras of storytelling, uniting classic cinema with contemporary television drama through physical space, and shared joy among actors who were just beginning to carve out their own places in entertainment history.
Here. My little ones go to one school.
In its first season, the show was a big hit, but in its second season, the ratings dropped so low that the show was really in danger of being canceled. NBC ended up moving it from Wednesday to Monday nights to try to broaden the audience. The ratings ended up recovering in its third season.
$11.80.
Now it's going to take a couple of weeks to pay that off.
That'll be just fine.
Initially, NBC had planned to conclude the series after its fourth season. However, the unwavering high ratings led to a change in decision, extending the show's life considerably. This unexpected turn kept it within the top 30 rated shows until its eventual cancellation. The enduring popularity of the series can be attributed not only to its engaging storylines and relatable characters, but also to an effective blend of drama and nostalgia that resonated well with viewers across various demographics. Intriguingly, while Laura Ingalls and Willie Oleson were portrayed as adversaries on screen, this dynamic was somewhat mirrored in real life between Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura Ingalls, and Jonathan Gilbert, who played Willie Oleson. Adding a layer of complexity to their professional interactions was their off-screen relationship. They were adopted siblings in real life. Despite sharing a familial bond through adoption, reports suggest that Melissa and Jonathan experienced a strained relationship away from the cameras. This blend of personal and professional dynamics among cast members added an underlying tension that perhaps contributed subtly to their performances on screen. The challenges they faced may have inadvertently enriched their portrayal of conflict among characters within the show. The connection between real-life relationships among cast members and their on-screen chemistry is often complicated yet fascinatingly reflective of human nature. How genuine emotions can seep into professional portrayals, creating richer television moments that captivate audiences.
Good, Mom.
Yes.
Thank you. Looks good. Everybody liked it today.
In the TV series, a few years after the show wrapped, when Melissa's brother turned 18, he reportedly moved away and lost contact with Melissa. Melissa now admits that they are estranged and that she hasn't talked to him in years.
About you eating worms and enough more to know that they're not your friends.
During the filming of the beloved TV series, set in the 1800s, authenticity extended beyond costumes and sets to include dining scenes. When viewers saw the Ingalls family gathering around their table for a hearty meal, they were often witnessing a slice of culinary history being served with a side of modern convenience. The mainstay evening dish frequently featured was beef stew, an appropriate selection given its historical significance as a common meal during that era. However, instead of spending hours preparing this dish from scratch as pioneers would have done, the production opted for an easier solution. The stew consumed by the cast during these scenes was actually Denny Moore beef stew, chosen for its ready-to-eat convenience and ability to mimic homemade appearance and taste. Similarly, on occasions when fried chicken graced the dinner table in various episodes, a festive treat in any century, the production team did not task themselves with frying up batches in prairie-appropriate fashion. Instead, they turned to Kentucky Fried Chicken as their source. This choice ensured that each piece was uniformly cooked and deliciously seasoned, maintaining continuity throughout multiple takes while saving time and resources on set. These behind-the-scenes meal choices reflect an interesting blend of historical ambience with modern practicality necessary for television production. They facilitated smoother shooting schedules while still providing a believable portrayal of family meals typical of American frontier life.
Philomena!
During the filming of an episode, Garrett Brown, known for inventing the Steadicam, engaged in a pivotal conversation with Merlin Oleson, a former NFL player who was acting on the show. Oleson expressed his frustrations about the limitations of television coverage for football games. He felt that static cameras failed to capture the dynamic nature of sports, leaving viewers unable to fully appreciate the speed and flow of football games. Inspired by this discussion, Brown began conceptualizing a new type of camera system that could overcome these limitations. His vision was to create a camera that could move freely around and above the playing field, offering views from virtually any angle and more effectively capturing the essence and excitement of live sports. This idea eventually materialized as Skycam, the floating hydraulic camera system. Unlike traditional stationary cameras mounted at fixed points around stadiums, Skycam is suspended on cables and controlled remotely to glide through the air. This innovative design allows it to swoop down close to action or pull back for wide shots without disrupting play or risking injury to players. The introduction of Skycam revolutionized sports broadcasting by providing angles that made viewers feel as though they were part of the game themselves. It offered an unprecedented 360-degree view that captured intricate plays and high-speed movements with clarity previously unachievable with standard broadcast techniques. Since its inception during those transformative conversations on set, Skycam has become an indispensable tool in sports broadcasting across various events globally, transforming not only how sporting events are filmed, but also how they are experienced by fans worldwide.
Hey, please let me stay.
During the filming of the beloved TV series, behind the scenes, there were challenges that went largely unnoticed by its adoring audience. Melissa Gilbert, who grew up on the set and later penned her memoir Prairie Tale, shed light on some of these less visible aspects. Among them was a significant issue: alcohol abuse among crew members, including Michael Landon, who was not only a pivotal actor but also a driving force behind the show's production. Michael Landon's dual role as an actor and producer meant he was deeply involved in many aspects of the show's creation. Despite his immense workload and responsibility in bringing heartwarming stories to life every week, Gilbert reveals that he also engaged heavily in drinking. According to her account, this behavior wasn't isolated to him alone. It was a common occurrence among other crew members as well. The revelation is somewhat juxtaposed with the wholesome image of the series, which often promoted values like integrity, community support, and family love. It highlights a stark contrast between the idealized world portrayed on screen and real-life complexities faced by those creating it. The pressure perhaps took its toll in ways not immediately apparent to viewers or even fans who followed their favorite characters through seasons of frontier challenges. Gilbert's insights provide an intriguing peek into what might be considered hidden trials within entertainment industry environments during that era, where professional demands could sometimes foster less than ideal coping mechanisms despite outward success. The dynamics described by Gilbert might surprise fans who hold fond memories of watching their beloved characters navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and moral fortitude. However, they also offer a more rounded understanding of what it can mean to work under intense pressure while being part of producing enduring television history, a narrative where real human vulnerabilities meet crafted storytelling.
I like it here. It's quiet here, and I feel at home.
In discussing the early demise of a beloved actor from the show, it's essential to explore various factors that might have contributed to his health issues. There has been speculation around whether certain lifestyle choices could have led to him developing pancreatic cancer at a notably young age. While it is challenging to pinpoint the exact cause, some believe that specific habits may have played a significant role. The actor was known for his heavy smoking habit, reportedly consuming 3 to 4 packs of unfiltered cigarettes each day. This level of tobacco use is widely recognized as having detrimental effects on health, particularly concerning cancer. Smoking heavily and consistently over many years can significantly increase the risk of developing various forms of cancer, including pancreatic cancer. Despite these concerns, it remains unclear if his smoking habit was directly responsible for his illness or if other genetic or environmental factors were also at play. Pancreatic cancer can be influenced by multiple elements, and isolating one single cause can be complex without comprehensive medical analysis. Understanding these dynamics is crucial in assessing the overall health impacts faced by individuals exposed to similar risks. The discussions about such public figures' health often bring awareness and caution regarding lifestyle choices that might contribute to severe diseases like pancreatic cancer.
What would the old bird do, Rose? Anybody should come home and not
just me.
When casting for the beloved character Laura Ingalls in the TV series, Michael Landon faced a formidable task. He needed someone who could embody the spirited and resilient nature of a young girl growing up on the American frontier. The search was extensive, drawing in hundreds of hopeful young actresses eager to land this iconic role. Among them was Melissa Gilbert, a relatively unknown child actress at the time. During her audition process, Melissa displayed an undeniable charm and authenticity that caught Landon's attention immediately. Her ability to bring Laura Ingalls to life with such grace and naturalism was unmatched by her peers. It became clear to Landon that she possessed not only the acting skills required, but also a genuine connection to Laura's spirit. Convinced of her potential, Michael Landon made a decisive move that was quite unconventional at the time. Instead of sending multiple audition tapes from various candidates for review by NBC's producers, he chose only Melissa Gilbert's tape. This bold decision underscored his confidence in her portrayal being absolutely right for the show. Landon's intuition proved correct as Melissa Gilbert won over both audiences and critics alike with her performance throughout the series' run. She grew up on screen, evolving from a spirited young girl into a mature and wise woman, much like Laura herself did throughout her life in Little House books. This casting choice not only shaped Melissa's career, but also deeply influenced how viewers experienced this heartwarming series about family values and resilience against hardship, making it one of America's most cherished television shows during its time on air.
Well, I am too. It looks to me that way, but in some ways, both might.
Throughout the years of filming the beloved TV series, Melissa Gilbert's relationship with Michael Landon evolved significantly, highlighting a unique bond that extended far beyond their on-screen characters. As they worked together, their chemistry became apparent not just to viewers, but also to those who worked alongside them on set. This connection was deeply personal for Gilbert, especially after she experienced a significant loss in her life. When Gilbert was just 11 years old, she faced the heart-wrenching death of her father. During this vulnerable time, Landon took on a paternal role for her without any formal declaration. His actions spoke volumes about his character and his compassion towards the young actress who played his daughter in the show. This natural progression into a fatherly figure was comforting to Gilbert, and it filled a void left by her own father's passing. Off-screen, their relationship continued to flourish as well. It wasn't uncommon for Gilbert to spend most of her weekends with Landon's family when they were not shooting scenes for the series. These visits were not merely social calls, but were pivotal in cementing the strong familial bond between them. For Gilbert, these moments allowed her to experience a sense of normalcy and family life which greatly contributed to both her personal growth and emotional stability during her formative years. The genuine affection and care that Landon showed towards Gilbert is an exemplar of how relationships formed in professional settings can transcend into profound personal connections that last a lifetime.
In that case, why don't we all go out there and start the celebration?
During the filming of the beloved series, Melissa Gilbert, who played one of the key characters, shared captivating stories about her experiences on set. The house used for filming was described as vast and seemingly endless, providing a playground not just for scenes, but for spirited antics off-camera as well. The young actors would utilize this expansive space by running around like banshees, embracing the freedom and adventure that the large set provided. Adding to this lively atmosphere was Michael Landon, not only a pivotal actor but also a director on the show. He was known for his playful spirit behind the scenes. Melissa fondly recalled how Landon would add an element of surprise by hiding behind doorways to jump out and scare them as they passed by. This mischievous behavior helped forge a fun and familial bond among the cast members. Landon's influence extended beyond these lighthearted pranks. He took an active role in mentoring the younger actors. Melissa specifically noted how he gave her an enormous amount of direction, which significantly shaped her performance both on screen and off-screen. His guidance was instrumental in helping her navigate her character's complexities and development throughout the series run. This blend of playful interaction combined with serious artistic guidance created an enriching environment that resonated deeply with all involved, making their time on set memorable and formative in their respective careers.
What did you think?
Well, now, who told you about that?
Ma told me.
Oh, she did she?
In 1974, the TV series emphasized the importance of family. A character in the show gave guidance that underscored how nothing surpassed the significance of home and family. Not success, career, achievements, or accomplishments mattered more than the love for one's family and contributing to the community. The message resonated that true fulfillment lies in caring for those you love and making a positive impact in the place you call home. The story revolved around these themes, highlighting the deep-rooted values of love, togetherness, and community spirit.
That they were.
Good blacksmith did a fine job with the team.
In the beloved TV series set in the 19th century American Midwest, the relationships between characters and their off-screen counterparts were often as heartwarming as those depicted on screen. A notable example is the affectionate nickname Half Pint, which Charles Ingalls used for his daughter Laura to express a blend of endearment and recognition of her spirited personality. This nickname transcended the boundaries of the show, as Michael Landon, who portrayed Charles, also affectionately called Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura, Half Pint behind the scenes. This choice was more than just a carryover from their on-screen roles. It served a practical purpose among the cast members. With two actresses named Melissa in major roles, Melissa Gilbert and Melissa Sue Anderson, it was important to avoid confusion on set. Thus, while Gilbert was referred to as Half Pint, Anderson was often called Missy. This distinction helped clarify communication during filming and reinforced a unique bond between each actress and her character. The use of these nicknames behind the scenes underlines how elements from this series mirrored or influenced real-life interactions among its cast members. These monikers became an integral part of maintaining not only order, but also camaraderie during production. They underscored an environment where relationships were cherished both in front of and behind the camera, an aspect that contributed greatly to making this series memorable for viewers over decades.
Not you! I'm sorry. I'm so used.
In 1974, the television series had a disruptive cast member. Catherine Scotty McGregor, known for her role as Harriet Oleson, was described by fellow cast members as a genuinely nice lady. However, behind the scenes, McGregor proved to be a challenging presence on set. She often took it upon herself to give unsolicited direction to her fellow actors and actresses, even attempting to instruct her on-screen husband Richard Bull, who played Nels Oleson, on how to perform his scenes. This behavior led to Bull having to assert himself and establish boundaries. McGregor's tendency to argue with directors further contributed to tensions on the set. Despite her disruptive tendencies, McGregor was still regarded as a kind person by her colleagues in the show.
Indians and Negroes, without any thought to the color of their skin. In
1974, Michael Landon's tolerance was tested when he seriously considered firing the actress playing the villain on the show. However, her performances were just too perfect to let her go. Ultimately, he ended up tolerating her, and she remained the villain for the entire run of the show. This decision added a dynamic element to the series, keeping viewers engaged with the ongoing conflict she brought to the storyline. Michael Landon's patience and recognition of her talent contributed to the success and longevity of the show.
Beetle stopped by.
Throughout the duration of the beloved TV series, one character who consistently brought drama and tension was Miss Oleson. However, behind the scenes, the actress portraying Miss Oleson faced her own profound struggles, notably with alcoholism. This battle with alcohol wasn't just a fleeting challenge. It spanned the entire run of the show, deeply affecting her life and work. Miss Olson's journey toward overcoming alcoholism took a significant turn when she embraced Hinduism. This major shift in her personal life brought about a transformation that was both profound and inspiring. By adopting new spiritual beliefs and practices, she found a sense of peace and purpose that had been missing from her life. The principles of Hinduism, which emphasize self-realization, non-attachment to material goals, and seeing oneself as part of a larger universal truth, provided her with a framework to understand her struggles differently. The practice of meditation became particularly beneficial for Miss Oleson. It helped her cultivate mindfulness and manage stress without resorting to alcohol. Additionally, Hindu rituals gave structure to what had been an unstable lifestyle dominated by unpredictable filming schedules on set. This newfound spiritual path did not just help Miss Oleson combat personal demons, but also subtly influenced her performances on screen. She began infusing more depth into Miss Olson's character, who is often remembered for being quite stringent, but showed moments where these complexities could shine through, a testament perhaps to what she was experiencing off camera. Miss Olson's story is not just one about battling addiction, it's also about finding redemption through spirituality, which allowed this actress not only to reclaim control over her life, but also enrich how she portrayed an iconic role in American television history.
Take money this way. You understand?
In 1974, the TV series had a surprising turn of events in the final episode. One of the main characters, in choosing faith, had to travel to India instead of being part of the show's conclusion. Despite a successful career on the series, the actress prioritized her religious beliefs over her television role. This decision left a significant gap in the final chapter of the beloved show, as she opted to follow her spiritual journey rather than continue her acting career on the small screen. The absence of this key character added a unique twist to the series finale, showcasing the complexities of balancing personal beliefs with professional commitments. It was a poignant reminder of the challenges individuals face when navigating between faith and career aspirations.
Won't save your trees for you, Miss Wilder. Come on, everybody, let's get to...
In the final episode of the beloved series, there was a significant divergence among the cast members about the decision to demolish the town set. Michael Landon, who played a pivotal role both in front of and behind the camera, insisted on ending the show with a dramatic gesture that he believed encapsulated the pioneering spirit. His vision involved literally blowing up all of Walnut Grove to prevent it from falling into wrong hands, which he felt would serve as an emotional and cathartic finale for everyone involved. Karen Grassley, who portrayed Caroline Ingalls, expressed her reservations about this drastic action. She found it unfortunate to destroy what had become almost a second home to many associated with the series. Despite her feelings, and those of others who shared her sentiment, Landon's perspective prevailed in shaping this bold conclusion. The execution of this idea turned out to be as emotionally charged as anticipated. When filming arrived at its climax, where buildings were set for demolition one by one, an event marked by controlled explosions, the atmosphere was palpable with mixed emotions. For years, these structures had stood as symbols not just within their fictional world, but also as tangible memories for those who had walked their interiors day after day during filming. As each building erupted in flames or crumbled into dust under explosive force, tears were shed by cast members deeply attached, not only to their characters but also to these physical elements that represented so much more than mere settings. They were integral parts of telling America's frontier story. The culmination saw remaining residents marching out from what remained of Walnut Grove, while singing Onward Christian Soldiers, leaving behind only two untouched structures, the church schoolhouse and Ingalls family home, silent witnesses to all that transpired over years. This choice underscored Landon's intention to leave something standing amidst total destruction symbolized hope and continuity, even in moments when everything else seems lost or ending dramatically.
Kitchen. I've been at it for some time.
Mr. Dalton is here to train Nellie in the restaurant and hotel business.